foremost, I want to thank the managing committee of the temple for giving me the opportunity to talk in front of you. I really feel pleasure to be with you today morning. As we are living this life, we are just passing the time, or we are living with some consciousness, with full awareness what we are doing. We must know what we are supposed to do and what we are not to do. How to get know about it? हमें कैसे पता चलेगा हमें क्या करना चाहिए और क्या नहीं करना चाहिए? There must be some manual. As we buy something from the market, we get a manual with it, how to use it. Similarly, our rishis, our munis has written down many of the scriptures, granthas, shastras to tell us what is the Vedic lifestyle, how you should live an ideal lifestyle. So today we will be discussing about those duties and those basic deeds which should be done by all of us every day. So we are discussing what are basic duties of a grihasthi. Who is a grihasthi? Grihasthi is not only who is married. Grihasthi is who is earning, who is getting some income from the society is called grihasthi. These are the duties to be done by each and every grihasthi every day. So first we'll see to the basic needs and the basic duties of a person. Why we should do these basic needs are the noble deeds we say, the basic duties. Because we are doing many of the karmas in our day. So we give harm to many of the people, many of the creatures. Some creatures die when we drive, some creatures and insects die when we clean our homes or we cook in the kitchen. So to balance those negative karmas, we should do some of the positive karmas so that we live a happy and peaceful life. So, which Shastra to follow? In Manusmriti is the first foremost authenticate granth which is available today after Vedas, which tells about the 5 basic yajnas, 5 basic duties to be performed every day. The sukta is from 4th chapter, 21st sukta is ऋषि यज्ञं देव यज्ञं भूत यज्ञं च सर्वदा ऋयज्ञं पितृयज्ञं च यथाशक्ति नः भवेत्. 5 yajnas to be done every day. First is ऋषि यज्ञ, देव यज्ञ, भूत यज्ञ, सर्वदा, always. But then ऋयज्ञ और पितृयज्ञ यथाशक्ति नः भवेत्. जितनी आपकी कैपेसिटी है, जितना आपका सामर्थ्य है, with what you have, with where you can do, you must do these duties. In the pictorial form, if we see, first is the Brahma Yajna. Brahma is God, the Almighty, who is the creator of this universe. We must pay our obeisance, our respect, our gratitude to the Brahma, to the God. Second is the Deva Yajna. We call it Agnihotram as well. We must offer some things to the fire to purify the environment. The third one is the Pitri Yajna. We must respect and take care of our parents. The fourth is the Baliveshwa Devi Yajna, to give offerings, food and particles and take care of the animals and insects. And the fifth one is Atithi Yajna. We must take care of our Vidwans, our sannyasis who teaches us, who gives us knowledge. So these yajnas have 2 names. Rishi Yajna is also called Brahma Yajna. Dev Yajna is also called Agnihotram. Bhut Yajna is Baliveshwa Devi Yajna. Bhut means any prani who is living, who is having consciousness and who needs our help. Then comes Nri Yajna. Nri comes from Nar. Nar is Manushya Atithi. And then is Pitri Yajna. First we will discuss about the Rishi Yajna. It's also called the Brahma Yajna. In this, it has been included, we should do regular pranayam to pacify all the thoughts coming in our mind, then we must do the regular meditation. Why? Because our purpose of life is to achieve self-realization, Atma-jnana. How we can achieve this? We don't know. If we want to buy something, we should know where is the shop, where to buy it. We must have some currency to buy it. Then our rishis, our saints have given us the path to follow. So it's our duty to pay gratitude to them every day. Otherwise, we won't be knowing how to live life, how to pay our duties. And the next to see, if we go in the hierarchy, we are Guru today, we have some Guru yesterday, then yesterday, then yesterday. So we go at the initiation, at the point, at the initial point, there is the God. So, in Patanjali Yoga Darshan, Maharishi Patanjali has said, Sa Esha Purve Shamapi Guru Kalin Anvachedat. He is the Guru of Gurus. He is the ultimate Guru because he is irrespective of the time period. वो हर काल में था, भूत में भी था, आज भी है और आगे भी रहेगा. So we must follow his teaching, and his teachings has been written in the written form in Vedas, in Upanishad, and in our Shastras. So Rishi has this morning meditating on the qualities of the God. Second comes the Devayanchi, which we call Agnihotra. It is the sacrifice, devotion, worship and offering to the sacred fire. As you have seen, if we give something to the water or we put in the land, it remains the same in physical form as well. But if we put in the fire, it magnifies that substance which penetrates the air and the water and purifies it. It's our duty because we are spoiling the environment every day. We use toilets, we are sweating, we use petrol, we are polluting the environment. So it's our duty to do the Agnihotra. It's very small, the daily Agnihotra is only 10 minutes process, we can do it. There are only 16 mantras. If anybody cannot do it, we light the lamp. That is the shortest form of the Agnihotra. So we must do morning and the evening. And you might have noticed that when there are juncture of 2 seasons, we organize the big Agnihotra and Jagam, like Lohri, like Holi, and we offer the things to the fire. In Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3, the 14th verse, the Lord Krishna has also said to do the yajnas. Annat bhavanti bhutani parjanyadanah sambhavah yajyan bhavti parjanyo yajyan karma samudbhavah. So we must do the Devayanchi as per the resources, time and availability of ourselves. So the third one is the Bhut Yaji, which is also called Bali Vaishwadev Yaji. जैसे हम अपना जीवन जी रहे हैं, we are giving harm to many of the people, many of the creatures. So it's our duty to get off it. To atone this sin, we must offer some food, some particles, some care to the animals and the creatures, to the birds, to the cows, to the fish. It has been told earlier in our Shastras that when the grain comes from the field, the small part should be left to the land. Then if grain comes to the house, some grains should be given to the birds. When you make it flour, give it to the ants. When you get it ready to make a chapati, you must give some atta to the fishes. Then when you make chapati, first chapati should go to the cow, then to the elders in the family, then you have it, and the last chapati should go to the dog. Now we say, there are no animals around, how to do it? So whenever you can do, once a week, once a fortnight, monthly, whenever you get the time or the opportunity, you must offer this. Then is the Nri Yaji, which is also called the Atithi Yaji. How to do it? Atithi is a tithi, जिसके आने का कुछ नियत नहीं है, बिना तिथि के. Nowadays, we go to the temples, we go to the friend's house, we inform first, okay, I'm coming. So everything is pre-organized. Earlier, the sadhus, the sannyasis, the vidwans, they were roaming in the world, preaching the dharma to the people, telling the people what to do, what not to do. And moreover, when we are working, when we are in grihast, we don't have the time to read all our scriptures, to read our Shastras and to clear our doubts. We have so many doubts in our mind many of the times, how this is this, how to be done, what not to be done. So when this type of saints or the Vidwans comes to you, we can clarify. Because the Shastra says, Shanshay Atma Vinashyati. If we have doubts, we cannot succeed in many of our projects. So we must take care of these atithis in our families, in our society, so that this parampara, this should go on. Otherwise, nobody would like to come and preach us. So, because they are selflessly serving the society, we must take care of their needs, their food, their shelter. This is also the duty of the ecclesiastic. Then is the Pitri Yajna. Pitri Yajna, it's not only serving the father. Pitri, pa rakshane dhatu is there, and when you do the trich pratyay, it becomes Pitri. But when you do the ek sesh samasa in Sanskrit, mata pitarau cha पितरौ, पितरी में माता भी आ जाती है. सो कई जगह पर जैसे हमने पुत्र शब्द कह दिया, तो ऐसा नहीं कि वो सिर्फ पुत्र के लिए है. पुत्र का निर्वचन करो तो पुत्री का निर्वचन भी वैसे ही बनता है. सो whatsoever duty पुत्र has to do, पुत्री can also do it. Similarly, when we say पितृ यज्ञ, माता also comes into it. सो हमें माँ की भी वैसे ही सेवा करनी चाहिए जैसे हम पिता की करते हैं. सो what is पितृ यज्ञ? We should give respect to our parents. It's not only touching their feet morning and while going to the bed. Throughout the day we should follow their instructions, because of them only we are on this earth. And we may recognize or may not recognize, but many of the facilities, qualities with which we are leading our life today is because of them only. We may say, oh, ये तो पुराने ज़माने के हैं, ये तो ऐसा सोचते हैं, ये तो ऐसा सोचते हैं. But it is this, that when we take care of them, we go to them and we tell our point, they usually agree to us. कहते हैं ना, माता को माता न भवति. फिर हमारे जो पेरेंट्स हैं वो कभी चेंज नहीं होते, वो वैसे ही रहते हैं, हमारी बात सुनते हैं. We need to adjust to them. So we should take care of our parents and we should obey their guidelines and their teachings. You might have heard of the Shravan. उसके श्रवण एक व्यक्ति था, उसके माता पिता उनके नेत्र नहीं थे, and they wanted to go to the pilgrimage. And Shravan was not having much of the money to take them, and at that time these vehicles were also not there. So he made a vehi. You can see the picture. And उसमें उसने एक में पिताजी को बिठाया, एक में माताजी को बिठाया और पूरा पिलग्रिमेज पे उनको लेके गया, तीर्थ यात्रा पे उनको लेके गया. So we must always remember. आज भी हम कहते हैं ना कि कोई बात होती है तो ये तो पूरा श्रवण जैसा पुत्र है पेरेंट्स के लिए. So we must keep this in our mind that we should respect and take care of our parents. So these are the 5 yajnas to be done every day. These yajnas or any of the activities, if we see our life clearly, all the activities since morning till the late night, they can be included in these yajnas only. If you give to somebody, you are giving respect. Pitri yajna, not only your mother and father, your parents, your elders, your gurus, you are obeying them, you are doing the Pitri yajna. More or less, we the basic Hindu families, we just offer something to the animals whenever we get time. So Bali Vaishnadevi Yajna also comes into it. It has been done. Then is the Brahma Yajna. We must remember the qualities and pastime of the God, because that is the Brahma Yajna. In the morning you can do. Otherwise, God remain always with you. He's Abhi Pandit Ji Maharaj bata rahe the, he is Sarvyapak, he is everywhere, not in the temple only. Otherwise, whenever we go out of the temple, we can commit any of the wrongs. But we if see that Lord is with me all the time, जैसे सड़क पे अगर हम जा रहे हैं, if red light is there, and here I think no traffic police is there, but if traffic police man is there, we are very conscious, we don't jump the red light. But if he is not there, some of the countries it happen, if somebody is not there, we just jump the light, and we are very happy that nobody has seen us. But actually, the same way, if we see the God is only in the temple, we can commit wrongs outside. But God is always with us. He is Sarvyapak, Sarvantaryami. So when he is with us, we remain conscious. Somebody is watching me, somebody is noticing me. If I do something wrong today, I have to pay it in the later. So this way, when we keep our mind, so Brahma Yaj keep on going on throughout the day. Then we see Atithi Yaj. Wherever we get, you might have noticed, it's our tendency only. If we see some Pandiji, if we see some sannyasi or sadhu, we bow down to him. We may not be knowing it, we may be knowing it. So it also automatically happens because this is in our blood. हम बोलते हैं ना, हम ऋषियों की संतान है, हम मुनियों की संतान है. मे बी आज हम पर्टिकुलरली वैसी लाइफ नहीं भी जी रहे हैं, लेकिन वो अब हमारे ब्लड के अंदर है. दैट नेचुरली हैपन्स. इफ वी सी द एल्डरली, वी गो डाउन टू हिम. हमारे पिताजी की उम्र का कोई है या माता जी की उम्र का है, वी गो डाउन टू हिम. तो अपने आप पितृयज्ञ हो जाता है. व्हाट वी नीड इज टू जस्ट रिमेन लिटिल कॉन्शियस दैट आई हैव टू डू इट. इट्स माय ड्यूटी. So in Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita chapter 17 describes us that whatsoever activity you are doing, you must take care of the faith. सब कुछ भाव होता है. हम चीज़ किस भाव से कर रहे हैं. हमने किसी को कोई चीज़ दी, उसको हमने इग्नोर करके दे दिया या रिस्पेक्ट से नहीं दी. चीज़ तो हमने दे दी, लेकिन भावना वहाँ पे अच्छी नहीं करेगी, उसका रिजल्ट उतना अच्छा नहीं आएगा. और अगर हमने चीज़ भले ही थोड़ी दी, कम दी, लेकिन रिस्पेक्ट से दी, प्रेम से दी, तो उसका भाव अच्छा हो गया, तो उसका रिजल्ट अच्छा आएगा. इन दिस द लॉर्ड सेड अस देयर आर 3 टाइप्स ऑफ फेथ. फर्स्ट इज सात्विक, सेकेंड इज राजसिक एंड थर्ड इज तामसिक. द फर्स्ट फेथ इज चैप्टर 17, द श्लोक 11th श्लोका इज देयर. अफलाकांक्षिभिर्यज्ञो विधि दृष्टो यज्यते यष्टव्यमेवेति मनः साधनाय स सात्विकः. What is sattvic faith? अफलाकांक्षिभिर्यज्ञो, when you don't expect any reward, any return out of it. फल की इच्छा ना रखना. विधि दृष्टो, विधि को जानकर, दिस इज द एक्चुअल रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशन टू डू सम एक्टिविटी, टू परफॉर्म सम एक्टिविटी. यष्टव्य में वेति मना, यष्टव्य में ये करने योग्य है, मुझे करना चाहिए, इट्स माय ड्यूटी, इट हैज टू बी डन बाय मी. ऐसा जब विचार करके हम अपने मन को साथ करके एकाग्रता के साथ, एक प्रेम के साथ वन माइंडेड होकर कोई एक्टिविटी करते हैं, तो वो सात्विक एक्टिविटी है. So whatsoever you do, we should try that we follow all these 4 qualities so that our faith becomes sattvic and we get the proper results. The second one is the rajasic yajna. Here what happened? A little lower from the sattvic state, it becomes rajasic. How? Abhisandhaye tu phalam dambhartham api chayvayat ijjate bharat shresht tam yajyam vidhi rajasam. When we do any activity, when we do any yajna with the expectation of some fruit, I am doing something, I must get something out of it. And dambhartham api, dam is ghamand, pride. We want to show to the others, I have given this much donation, I have done this much seva. We just want, in our subconscious mind, it always remain there. Somebody should praise me, somebody should at least recognize I did so much and they are just ignoring me. We say like this. So this सूक्ष्म स्तर पर भी जो ये भावना रहती है, it makes us little lower from the sattvic level. It becomes rajasic. इज्जते भरत श्रेष्ठ, कार्य तो हम कर रहे हैं, तम यज्ञम विधि राजसम, वो राजसम स्थिति हो जाती है. So here Lord Krishna doesn't say that okay, it's not good. Okay, you do, at least you are doing the शुभ कर्मास, आप अच्छे काम कर रहे हैं, you are paying your duties, पर कुछ भावना आ रही है, never mind, slowly it will go away, but it has been categorized in the rajasic yajna. The third one is tamasic yajna. The yajna which is done without any rules and regulations. What the Krishna says? विधिहीनं वसृष्टानं मंत्रहीनं अदक्षिणं श्रद्धाविरहितं यज्ञं तामसं परिचक्षते. What? विधिहीनं, विधि के बिना, जो हमें विधि दी गई है उसके बिना कुछ कार्य कर रहे हैं. और सृष्टानम, जिसमें अन्न का दान नहीं किया जाता। कुछ आप अनुष्ठान करते हैं, कुछ आप यज्ञ करते हैं, तो उसमें अन्न देना, अन्नदान करना अनिवार्य होता है। मंत्रहीनम अदक्षिणम, विदाउट mantras you do, if you do Agnihotram without mantras, you might have seen some people just offer the things to the fire, but they don't chant the mantras. So Lord Krishna very clearly tells us it should be with mantras always. Mantrahinam adakshinam, you don't give dakshina to the pandit, you don't give dakshina to the guru who has performed that very activity for you. श्रद्धा विरहितम यज्ञम, बिना श्रद्धा के हमने कुछ कार्य किया। श्रद्धा सब कुछ है। श्रद्धावान लभते ज्ञानम, जिसको श्रद्धा होती है, जिसको ग्रेस होता है, जिसको ग्रेटिट्यूड होता है, उसको ही ज्ञान मिलता है। सो इसके बिना अगर हम कुछ करते हैं, तामसम परिचक्षते, दैट कम्स टू द थर्ड कैटेगरी ऑफ द कर्मा। So whatsoever we do, we must take care of this thing, that these things should come under the sattvic. If not sattvic, under rajasic. If not rajasic, we should try to come up from this judginess. We should try to avoid, at least this is very simple. If we can use the vidhi, we can go as per the rules. We can give some annadanam after that. We can use the mantras given by our rishis. And then we must give the dakshina, and with shraddha, with prem, with love, we should do these activities so that we can come above level from the tamasic pH. So these are the 5 duties which should be done and performed on the regular basis. We can modify as per the requirement of the time, place, because we are living a life, so active life, so running life all the time. We may not be able to do the things in a segregate form, but at least श्रद्धा से हम करें। हम जो भी कार्य करें, it should be with love, with devotion. If we bow down to someone, at least bow down properly. Sometimes when we were young, we go to colleges, we just formality say, okay, say namaste, yeah, good morning, but there is no shraddha. Something doesn't come out of your heart. So this is very easy to bow down with shraddha, with prem to the guru, to the sannyasi, to the panditji, to the an elderly person, maybe the parents, so that at least our shubh karma becomes. These all are done for the 2 things. One is to get rid of negative karma, and second is to give the punya karma. Why we want punya karma? We want swarga. अग्निहोत्रम जुहुयात स्वर्ग कामः, जिसको स्वर्ग की इच्छा है, स्वर्ग सुख, is not a special place. Wherever you are living, with whatever resources you are living, you are happy, you are peaceful. You might have seen many people are having abundance of health, abundance of wealth, but they are not happy. Happiness is the state of mind. चित्त का गुण है, मन का गुण है खुश होना. It's not in the resources, it's not in the surroundings, it's not in the people. It's sometimes we are with the adverse people, adverse situations, but we are happy. And sometimes we are in very comfortable situations, very comfortable people, but still we are unhappy. So something outside is not happiness, happiness is inside. We need to keep that happiness balanced. For that we need to do these duties with shraddha, with prem, with affection, with devotion. When we do, that becomes sattvic. For why we want to do with sattvikness? Because we want punyas. Punyas why we need? If you have 100 rupees or 100 ringgits in your pocket, you can buy a little bit. If you have 400, you can buy 4 times the things. Similarly, these punyas are required not only to lead this life, but to have this self-actualization, self-realization, and salvation at the end of our life. So whatsoever bank balance we are carrying today, we are having today, we must keep it. There are 2 things, either we spend less or we earn more. So whatsoever we are benefits taking from the society, our punyas are getting depleted with it. हमने किसी से कुछ सेवा ले ली, कुछ सहयोग ले लिया, उससे क्या हुआ? हमारा पुण्य कम हो गया. हमने कुछ सेवा कर दी, कुछ सहयोग दे दिया, हमारा पुण्य बढ़ गया. So one thing is decrease your necessity. You use only necessities from the societies. Lessen your luxuries and increase your seva, sahayata, dan, so that it is increased, expenditure is less and income is more. So your balance will be bigger. That bigger balance can be used to अंडरस्टैंड द नॉलेज। अभी पंडित जी महाराज कह रहे थे सबको सारी बातें समझ में नहीं आती। द रीजन भी सात्विक, जब सत्व नहीं बड़ा होता तब तक हमें बातें समझ में नहीं आती। व्हेन वी अंडरस्टैंड द शास्त्रास, व्हेन वी अंडरस्टैंड द ज्ञानम, उसके लिए हमें पुण्य कर्म होना चाहिए। पुण्य कर्म होने का मतलब सत्व होना चाहिए। रजस that can be done in many ways। जब रजस ज्यादा होता है, तमस ज्यादा होता है, we don't understand the things। So our main purpose is to increase our sattva in life, maybe by doing the punya karmas, or by doing these basic duties of a human being, or by with the food, with the thoughts, so that we increase our sattva, increase our knowledge, and get the self-actualization, self-realization, and salvation at the end of our life। So today we just discuss about the 5 duties to be performed by a person। First is Brahmayaji। We always remember the Lord, the God, the Almighty is with us। We should do our works and duties comfortably, cautiously। The second is the Devayaji। As far as possible, we must do the Agnihotram। We must light the lamp morning and evening। The third is the Pitriyaj। We must offer the offerings to our parents, elders। Then is Baliveshwadeviyaj। We must offer something to the animals। Then is Atithiyaj। We should take care of the sannyasis, gurus, pandits in our society, so that our culture, our tradition should remain continue। These duties to be done with sattvic bhav। If no sattvic, with the rajasic bhav। We must avoid doing any activity in a tamasic sthiti। My talk ends here। Thank you very much। Om Shanti।
बोल सियापति रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे